Hey, sixth grade, it's Mrs. Newly, and a lot of people were missing their Constellation Report and the Scratch activity that went along with it. So today I'm going to show you how to get started and add some sprites so that when you make your story, you can have some characters for your story. So the first thing that you need to do is go to Scratch. If you don't remember your password and username, you're going to have to join Scratch again and set up an account. Really write down your password and username because you're going to need to work on this throughout this time to make up this work. If you remember your username and password, then go ahead and sign in. And we're going to create a new project. And I'm going to move my picture here for a second. Okay, so they give you a sprite to start with. If you don't want to use Scratch the cat as a character in your narrative about your constellation, then all you have to do is make sure that the picture of the cat is highlighted in blue, and then you can just click delete. You can add sprites by going over to the cat with the plus sign in the bottom corner, and you can click on this cat. And there's all sorts of different categories for your sprite. So let me move again. So you can look at all of them, or maybe you just want to look at the animals. Maybe you want an animal to tell your story and you want animals in your story. Or there's people, or there's fantasy, there's dance, there's fashion, there's letters, there's sports, all kinds of stuff. So I think I want to look at people because I want a person to tell my story. So I'm going to have my story being told by, I really like, oh, this is a hard decision. I really like Monet. So I'm going to add Monet as my sprite. I want to choose another sprite though, because I think I want my story to be about sports. So I'm going to click on sports. I want my story to be maybe about baseball. So I want to click this batter. I'm going to choose a sprite again. I'm going to go to sports because I want it to be about sports. If this is a baseball player, I'm going to need a baseball probably. Let's see. I'm going to choose another sprite. I want it to be about sports. Let's see. I think I want another baseball player too because baseball players are a team. Okay, so I think that's going to start my story. So I have a sprite to tell my story. I have a batter for baseball because that's what I want my story to be about. I have a baseball because my story is about baseball. And I have another baseball player because baseball is a team. Now, once you get these players, you can move them around how you want them. And if you click on a player, see how Monet is in blue and it has a little trash can by it? If you click on this, you can come over to costumes. And now I can change this sprite. So maybe I want to select this sprite. And I want to select the whole thing because I want everything to happen, all the changes to happen at once. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I want her to be smaller. And then I can go over to my next sprite, click on it, and my sprite will show up here. I'll select everything around my sprite. And I want the sprite to be a little bit smaller too. And I'll come over to the baseball. I don't want the baseball to be bigger than my people, so I'm going to highlight everything and make it a little bit smaller too. So it looks like the actual size of baseball should be. Ooh, that's too small. There we go, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm running out of time, but I hope this helped you figure out how you can add sprites and how you can change them to fit your story. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you later. And